Tom Ketchum, alias Blackjack, was a famous outlaw of the Wild West who endured a vicious and grisly death at the end of his life. Please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next video. Tom Ketchum was born in San Saba County, Texas in 1863. Around the age of 27, he left Texas in 1890, possibly after committing a crime. For a time, he worked as a cowboy in the Pecos River Valley of New Mexico. In 1892, Blackjack and a group of others were named as the robbers of an Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe train that was headed to Deming, New Mexico territory. The train supposedly had a large payroll aboard. They hit the train at a water station just outside of Nutt, New Mexico, near Deming. 2 years later, in 1894, Tom's older brother, Sam, joined up with them. Soon, Ben Kilpatrick and Bronco Bill Walters also joined the gang. And by late 1895, Harvey Kid Curry Logan and his brother Lonnie Curry were members of the gang. However, in early 1896, a dispute concerning their share of a robbery prompted the Currys to leave the gang. It has been alleged that Tom Ketchum was involved with the February 1896 disappearance and murders of Albert Jennings Fountain and his son Henry Fountain in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Several months later in June, after working for the famous Bell Ranch, Tom and Sam, and possibly others, robbed a combined store and post office in Liberty, New Mexico, near present-day Tucumcari. A posse was formed of just 4 men, and they soon caught up with the bandits and took them by surprise in the Plaza Largo Arroyo, where a shootout immediately began. Seconds later, both Levi Herstein and Hermenegildo Gallegos lay dead. Seeing the two fall, Anastasio Barorque and Placido Garule attempted to flee the battle. Garule said he had been struck by a .30-30 bullet that knocked him off his horse. As he lay on the ground, near unconscious, he said Blackjack Ketchum emptied his rifle into the bodies of Herstein and Gallegos. Tom and Sam Ketchum were never tried for the killings at the Plaza Largo Arroyo, but Morris Herstein reportedly was present to witness the hanging of Blackjack in 1901. Following this event, Tom Ketchum joined Cassidy's Wild Bunch gang and continued a life of crime, focusing on train robberies. Although, when not robbing trains, he cowboyed for several ranches in New Mexico and Texas. Several other notable outlaws operated out of the hole-in-the-wall hideout, where numerous outlaw gangs operated separately. The famous Wild Bunch gang, led by Butch Cassidy and Elzie Lay, operated out of there. On September 3, 1897, they committed their first robbery at Twin Mountain. A year and a half later, Tom's brother Sam would rob another train at the same location, and after a lengthy chase and several gun battles with lawmen, he died of his wounds in the Santa Fe Territorial Prison. On August 16, 1899, Tom, supposedly knowing nothing of the July 11th holdup, which ended in the death of his brother Sam, single-handedly attempted to rob the same train again at the same place and in the same way that he and Sam and the others had robbed it just a few weeks earlier. The train conductor, Frank Harrington, saw Tom approaching the train. He recognized him, grabbed a shotgun, and shot Tom in the arm, knocking him off his horse. The train continued on, and the next day a posse came out after receiving word and found him there beside the tracks with terrible wounds to his arm. He was transported to medical facilities in Trinidad, Colorado, where his right arm was actually amputated. He was nursed back to health there, and then he was sent on to Clayton, New Mexico for his trial. At his trial, Ketchum was convicted of attempted train robbery and sentenced to death. He was the only person ever hanged in Union County, New Mexico. He was also the only person who suffered capital punishment for the offense of felonious assault upon a railway train in New Mexico Territory, which did not become a state until 1912. Ketchum was executed by hanging in Clayton. Nobody in Clayton had any experience in conducting hangings. The rope was too long, and since Ketchum had gained a significant amount of weight during his time in jail, he was decapitated when he dropped through the trap door. Ketchum's last words were reported by the San Francisco Chronicle as, "Goodbye. Please dig my grave very deep. All right, hurry up." After the botched hanging, his head was sewn back onto the body for viewing, and he was buried at the Clayton Cemetery in New Mexico. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this valuable. Be sure to support the channel by clicking the subscribe button, hitting the thumbs up, and please leave a comment on what you thought about the famous Blackjack Ketchum. Have a great day.